There's nothing like the sound of a train. I think it's exhilarating. It makes the blood rush. I cringe when people call it train noise. To me, the whistles of the train, they're like the song of the train. It just calls to you. One of the reasons we moved to Parkville were for the trains and the train whistles. To me, the trains and their sounds are just part of Parkville. It is part of the character. It is part of the fabric of what makes Parkville Parkville. It is unique. It's different. It's exciting when the trains are oncoming and the whistles blow. I mean, people stop and they watch, and kids love the excitement of hearing a train and seeing it come through and feeling the rattle of the tracks. I mean, to me, this is not noise. And I have to believe that there are some other people that might think the same way out there as me.
On the typical day, 45 trains come through this line through downtown Parkville. And that's about an average of 2 trains an hour. So what that means is that for about 5 minutes every hour, there's constant disruption from this train horn noise. It disrupts conversations, business, and meetings as well. And what a quiet zone would allow is for that noise to be removed and to alleviate any negative impact from train horn noise. What a quiet zone is it's a section of railroad line, typically about a half-mile in length, where there's one or more public grade crossings. And in this area, locomotive horns are not routinely sounded. And the reason they're not sounded is because there's additional infrastructure, gates, and other safety devices in place that alleviate the need from trains to have to sound their horn. This does provide some relief to area businesses, homes, and around the railroad line from hearing that noise all the time.
There just seems to be this push in the metropolitan area to sanitize the sounds, to muffle everything, to make everything the same. And the thing is that it's not the same.
We last had a consultant explore implementation of a full quiet zone back in 2013, and their estimate was that it would be about $1 million to implement a full quiet zone here. Recently, there have been other cities in the metropolitan that have done an alternative to quiet zones called wayside horns. The cost for those are about 80% less than a full quiet zone. And for downtown Parkville, it would be about $100,000 per intersection for wayside horns.
Wayside horns are basically canned horn noise. They really are noise. Unlike the train whistles, the wayside horns are noise, and that's muffled. It comes from a speaker that is placed right at the cross section.
We've done several planning engagement studies, and feedback we get from our merchants as well as visitors to downtown Parkville is that the noise from train horns is unpleasant, and that there'd be more shoppers downtown and be better success for the businesses if there was some sort of relief from hearing this train horn noise all the time.
You know what? It's not always about development. The thing is that some people actually like Parkville for Parkville. And what I'm fearful of is that the entire community won't even know about it. That's why I'm trying to speak out, because a lot of times I don't think people know what's going on around them.
Train horn noise from a locomotive is generally between 100 and 110 decibels, and a typical person experiences hearing damage around 87 decibels.
It will always be a song to me. It will never be noise, ever. Never.